Hello and welcome. Okay, so there is a veil over your eyes, and it has you thinking in the way that you always have, a very toxic positivity, a very optimistic. You believe it so much. You believe it so much that you've solidified your trust and faith into what you see. It's so dense, it's 3D. You're in the Truman Show, okay? You're in the Truman Show. And as everything is unveiling and unraveling, okay, there's literally symbolism everywhere. It's so blatantly obvious, hidden in between. So we're so focused on the mathematics and saying, prove it, show me, tangible, see it. But no, friends, no, it is not that way. I'm seeing very angry and also very, but like, okay. I'm seeing the creator expressing to its creation that it loves. As an artist, it created something and it does not want to see it fail. It does not want to see you fail. It recognizes you are a piece of art. It needs you to remember that you are a creator piece of art. The creator painted something, created this masterpiece, and you are this representation, okay? And as you walk in your life day to day, you have the option of so much more than you're giving yourself credit for. There's so much around you communicating, interacting with you, the ecosystem of everything, okay? Tangible, this desk, real life, the music, the stories, the mythology, scripture, what's been written. It's all cycling back. And it's not only outside of you where you're like reading about it and hearing about it, like you need to learn something. No. Remember. You're being asked to remember who the f you are, okay? Wake up. Wake up to knowing that, yes, you do have the choice to be optimistic and say, oh, this girl's just crazy. She's just on here, whatever. However you judge me. It's okay, right? Because we want to say, I enjoy my reality. I enjoy the corner I've created. You do have that right. But if you're drawn to this message, it's because you want to push your imagination a little bit further. You want to go above and beyond the box you've put yourself into. You don't want this safe and secure box anymore because you're seeing very clearly it's not so safe and secure unless you're activating the toxic positivity mindset that just finds the optimism around you. It's like when someone comes up to you and tells you some bad news and you try to sweep it under by giving them something positive to see about it. Oh, well, yeah, something bad happened to you, but you still have your legs. You know, it's like that vibe. You hear the truth, but you want to fill the space with something positive because you don't like the truth if it's ugly. That is toxic. We're learning that what goes around, it's coming back. It's coming back around, and do not look back. Sodom and Gomorrah with the Princess of Wands here with her boobies out, okay? So I guess I can't show it. So when I pulled this card, I literally heard stop. how was it? I kind of forgot, but it was like my children, my creation. There was a lot of anger to how we're treating the art, the temple. We're so asleep. We're so asleep. We're not seeing the magic. We're not heeding the call. We're not listening. We're not reaching high enough. We're not going beyond the firmament. We're really encapsulated in this limited perspective, playing out like a freaking I'm seeing like an eco farm, like a kid having a little eco farm on his table, playing with the little biology stuff. We have the ability to expand beyond that. And we're really held back by the limited perception. We're not giving enough stretch. We're not reaching. We're being asked to reach higher and beyond our little human existence. We need to be grains of sand in the ocean, on the beach. It's nice to know that you're special and to understand that you really are. You really, truly are a very unique, powerful being. You are given this temple to walk on the earth as with the ability, the capability of being, because I don't want to say it, with the capability of reaching demigod status, of being a vessel for goodness on earth, to be the helping hand in a crisis, to be the light in the darkness. You aren't just here to run around and be in traffic and go to little boxes and work. That's not it. That's not all you're made for. The sexual immorality has to stop as well. The public education system is a trap. It's got us walking in these lines and following these orders that make no freaking sense. It was designed to make you think that your logic is getting you to the next destination when your logic is actually holding you back. It's keeping you trapped. It's too orderly. It's too fixated. It's too, like I'm saying, like OCD and, yeah, what will we adapt? If you don't adapt to 5D, you will suffer. If you don't adapt to 5D, you will suffer. Because we're in a new frequency system. Like when I was sitting here, when I got here, I was like, I'm not even on Earth right now. Like, what is going on? This doesn't feel like Earth. This just doesn't feel like the place that I've grown up or that I've existed in. The space doesn't feel like the space I've existed in with others. This feels like my own little world outside of the world where I can connect because there's something other. And here we can sense more. We can literally sense evil or good or toxic or not, you know? There's not much reasoning that needs to happen. We don't need to thoroughly investigate with long extended systems. It's a very instant place. We're getting prepared for this with the instant gratification, the dopamine. No wonder we're so imbalanced. They have us feeding our energy to these little bitty screens, altering our hormones, That's evidence enough. Evidence enough that we can alter who we are and what we're capable of. If the external world can influence our cells and our hormones and everything in our body that gets us functioning to do things, to act in this theater play, to become a little bitty human and play house, you know? If we can do that, there's gotta be so much freaking more that we can do. And there's some of us that don't exist in the old world anymore. The systems, public systems, that's the children. That's the anger I was feeling. Quit destroying my creations. What is wrong with you? I see these gods. I see the God that created the current form we are, this monkey human and alien human combination. This perfect creation that allows so much to run through it, in and out of it. Like, there's something very miraculous about what we are. That things like this are designed to destroy the metaphysical, the spiritual, the non-physical representation of that being that you are. And I get that's, it's like some of us come from, no, all of us came from a particular creator, but some of us have signed contracts with other beings, other gods, other entity forms. And those are the contracts we're trying to break to come back to center, to come back to source. And it's a war, it's a battle. It's not a game. Like, I mean, it is, but take it a little bit seriously with some fun. Like, obviously serious doesn't mean be scared, but take it seriously. Take your life seriously. You only get to live one time. No, I don't even believe that. But I mean, in this perception of everything, because you learn something every day. In this version of your being, you only get to do it this 100 years. Don't waste it. Show me what you can do. Become yourself. Just like they can arrest you and take your fingerprints and you're unique. To identify, to separate, to label. You can also use that uniqueness to define who you are. That's the muggles. Muggles! Muggles! Harry Potter. Why are we got the muggles out? What's going on here? What's about the muggles? Muggles. Little muggles. Active imagination. Okay. I know I got like a little bit of a British mixed with my wannabe Australian. I gotta work on it. But we need to activate our imagination. A little bit. I just wanted to have fun there, Oh my God. People of planet Earth. Listen. This Venocide, I guess. I'm not really good with like trying to fake the words. But this is happening right now. We live on a planet with so many people, and this is happening. And this toxic positivity ain't working for them, okay? It's not working for them. In the country I live in, we just celebrated, some of us did, celebrated this holy day called Thanksgiving, right? Thanksgiving, where we're intended to stuff our face with food, which is obviously a form of sacrifice, worship, and it's obviously a ritual of some sort of venocide. It came from another time in our history where we took out a people and then laughed and celebrated about it and created a holy day about it. And when we're not worshiping false gods, because this is happening right now and we just don't care. We don't care. We don't care. Not my problem. Not my problem that they're treating it like a virtual reality and flying, things around to like it's Call of Duty. Not my problem. There's something wrong. There's something wrong. And your spirit knows. It wants to know. It wants to know. Live with more intention. When we keep acting out unconsciously these rituals of evil and perpetuate the cycle and continue the toxic patterns that keep alive the evil, because when it's alive and in our material 3D land, we consider that alive. But even if the being isn't here and we still worship it and we still function around its atrocious, violent, power-hungry, greedy, lustful evilness, then we are no better and unconsciously experiencing life. And we don't get to have a conscious experience, because to be in 5D is to not worship and be attached and be pulled and swayed by these satanic type, these lost energies, these, what do we want to say? That's what the muggles. Yeah, attachment. What are you attached to? Think about it. We'll just stay on topic. Attached to this ritual of Thanksgiving, some of us have checked out. Others, the majority, which is represented here today as the muggles, are still perpetuating and acting out that absolute violation of the art creation that I was talking about earlier, of the creator, the loving creator that said, look at my beautiful piece of art. Imagine it as siblings in the sky of these gods. And one of the siblings, with love and curiosity and the intention behind the creation of us, was, I want to make something beautiful. I want to make something profound. I want to make something beyond what my sibling, it's about the intention behind what the God created. And then you have these other God siblings, the jealous God, which you clearly can see in the scriptures. There's a jealous God, and then there's not a God like that. And there's other gods. There's so many. And then they had children. And then there's demigods. And then there's demons. And there's angels. There's so much going on. And they all work through our body, because our body is a temple. This thing is just to experience Earth. This is so I can be on planet Earth. But what's in here goes beyond, and what comes in and out, it's different, okay? And being attached to something like what I described, like this Thanksgiving ritual, what are we celebrating? I don't think the intention, the conscious intention for most people is to celebrate and remember something so atrocious. But it doesn't matter, because if you're attached to something that we play telephone now and generations have went by and we quote unquote like forgot what we're doing, it doesn't mean we're not still attached to the original thing, that we're still in contact with that original celebration. That's the whole concept of sacrifice and ritual, is to be in alignment with that belief. And if you unconsciously are attached, my gosh, like that's not a healthy, you know, because we woke up. There's a new earth here, people, my lovely humans. There is another reality. There's another collective reality being birthed right now. A separation of those that prefer being attached to Sodom and Gomorrah, the immorality of the piece of art, to treat the art like it's very animalistic of us to be in our flesh, physically involved in needing things to physically attach us, whether to others, our pleasure, our earthly desires, the things that make us more ape-like, more not predator, but like savages. You know what I'm saying? Which is funny they use that word with the natives. The savages. Interesting. Oh my gosh. See what I'm saying? I looked at this deck and I saw the card, and amongst all these cards, I saw this card. Enocide. I told y'all. This is not, we ain't doing this right. We're not. In 3 years, that person in our history books, the same people that taught us in this dumbass public education system, that taught us about what happened with the pilgrims and all that stuff. What are we doing? What are we doing? You know what I'm saying? Those that have the eyes to see and the ears to hear. Some people prefer to be asleep, and I'm not talking to y'all. If you even have an inkling or a desire or a wish to wake up, friends, you might still have a window of opportunity. I don't know how much longer it's open. I really don't. I don't even know if I made it. You know what I'm saying? EVIL. What does that mean? You know what I like? If you even got a, oh, I was like, where? If you even got a sense of fear from that, drop it. Leave it at the door. Fear is not of me or creator. Like, we're not scared out here. We're not scared. Let it go. Give that fear back to its, the source it came from. Go away, fear. Like, send it back. Wherever, it's not yours. Where did you adopt that fear? You picked it up along the way. Drop it. Leave it behind. This isn't for fear-based thinking or feeling. You are a freaking piece of art by the Creator, loving God, amongst others, that would like to fight for you and see you thrive and become and evolve beyond what you are at right now. Okay? That's who we work for over here. Okay? Our commander-in-chief is not of that word. all right? Epigenetics. It will keep coming out for the reason of its importance, because your epigenetics, meaning you were born a perfect creation, a beautiful little baby, And then someone said, you're not a beautiful little baby. You need to be more like us, because we're muggles out here and we don't believe in that magical stuff. We don't put up with that imagination. Get that out of here. Go take that to another place and your la la land. Get out of your imagination, you stupid little naive child. That's what they said. They broke down your knowing of who you are so that you could, as the creator, change your character into something more likable, more accepted, and more attached to the lie that they sold us through the system. I felt that. So I just had this download where it's really interesting that a lot, I don't know if it's like the leading cause of death, but they say something like, if it's not the leading, it's up there. Heart failure. Can you imagine being a god? A not so nice god that wants to just destroy his siblings' beautiful art creation, that annoying brother, that annoying person that's just like, what is wrong with you? Why are you just so destructive? That sibling coming in, because it has dominion over this earth. They all do. And I think that's the separation for me, how I understand God, capital G, and God's lower G. I don't know if it means that capital G God is actually elevated. I don't know. But I certainly know what it means for me in elevation of like who I trust in the heavens. Because the capital G God for me is the one that created us and loves us and cares about. I'm an artist. It is in our DNA. It's coded. It makes sense. It doesn't need a bunch of calculations. It's instinctual. If you don't believe me, go to the jungle and walk up on a tiger's baby, okay? And see how you survive. I think that that heart death is quite simple. And we're back. I'm not really good with phones. I don't get the storage thing. So the heart attack is quite literally, for me, how I understand it to be, is that destructive force in the cosmos, in the ether, beyond the firmament, into the heavens, outside of this dimensional space barrier, 3-dimensional, dense-ass reality, okay? When you expand your imagination to the greater of it all, I truly believe it's an attack. I think it's more of I can show you what I can. I'm a destroyer. I'm also powerful. I can do stuff too, you know? While you over here creating art, I'm over here destroying worlds. Thanos, you know? Some beings prefer that type of life. I've met them. I know. It's just a real thing. Some people are like that and they're functioning out of that space. Chemistry. It's the chemistry. Exactly. Identifies the substance of which matter is composed. You are matter. You are composed of the chemistry, of the makeup. If you sign a contract with a higher being, and you do that by saying yes or no, it's a conscious, intentional yes or no. When you're presented with free will and you walk up to the bakery and you see a chocolate cake and you say yes or no to eating that chocolate cake, you signed a contract to say, I'm gonna eat that cake because you said yes and you ate the cake. Like, it's that literal. And we are the chemistry of the contracts that we sign throughout our life. And the ones that can see and hear and act and function due to the respect we must give our ancestors of all the hard work, all the failures, if some failed, you know, to be able to make the conscious choice to choose love, to choose light, to choose cooperation with the frequencies that allow us to function in happiness, to be harmonious, to be in the flow, to be a creator, to represent the Most High is an honor. And to go make contracts with other deities, other entities, other forms, other lower level, higher level, it doesn't matter. There's all these other ways of existing far away from the Creator. And that's when you give yourself away. That's when you give your power away. Is when you deactivate, defunction, become dysfunctional, so low vibrational that these other entities have access to you. And when you act right and you act accordingly and you vibrate high enough, you get to attach to beings that want to help, want to love, want to nurture, want to, you know, see you thrive. Like a parent, like a coach, like a cheerleader. These other beings that want love and light on this beautiful planet. They're not going to succumb. They can't even, it's like a dense vibration that they don't penetrate beyond. So if you're functioning in that, before that penetration, then they can't access you because of your Sodom and Gomorrah type of ways. If you prefer the immorality, if you enjoy hanging out in Vegas and partying up with the I don't know any words beyond what the religious people like label it sometimes, but it's like that. It's like sinful ways. And we can't be serving ourselves on a platter to these not great entities that do not want the best for us. They are laughing at you. This is knowledge. I got G.I. Jane knowledge and Gen Gamma, which is 2040 beyond. It's quite a ways away, so we won't get too attached to that. But G.I. Jane it's showing me like, look, you were born this woman, and it doesn't matter. It's an imagination. You're born this woman, you shave off your head, and you become you fight. You fight. Show me what you're made of. Don't limit yourself. Go further. There's more. Yeah, and the witch hunt is freaking on. The witch hunt is on. You know, I have something interesting to say about that. Is that okay for me to say? I just want to get a little confirmation that it's okay for me to talk about this. It says put up a fight. Okay, put up a fight, witch hunt. Listen. I'm seeing in Revelations how God starts talking about these 7 different worshipers, these 7 different believers. And Christianity specifically tends to, hardcore Christianity, extremist. I think there's, in every single group of people, I think it's more about the frequency and vibration of love and the intention behind the spirit than it is a label of religion of any kind. I think you can find love, harmony, balance, kindness, purity, all the goodness in every single label of however you believe. I think there's good in everything. But there's also going to be the ones that are not connected at all and completely dysfunctional and operating out of fear that I do not give credit to. So this witch hunt, I'm seeing this as, I see an army being built through, we'll just in this moment make it about this one group of people. There are lovely, wonderful, kind, beautiful Christians out there. No hate to the entire group ever. I'm just speaking on one group I see within that group. And it's these witch hunt Christians. Okay? Let me talk about y'all for a second. Because the Creator gave me a vision, and I know you guys want to say I'm a witch and I'm all these things and whatever. I'm not really talking to you, but I'm speaking to those that may get confused about y'all. Those type of Christians for me are not of God, because what I see in their extreme ways is the further they go down that witch hunt type of mentality, you turn into a force of kill. Like, I'm just seeing this particular human I've seen, and there's many, that go online and say things like, that's demonic, that's evil, that's a witch, she's this, and there's a lot of things. And these are typically those that strongly worship the book rather than God, because there's many people that worship God and that connect to God and that love God and that work for God and that love, that don't worship this book. And I feel as though there's a message here for somebody that needs to understand, or it's all up to you to do your thing. But to witch hunt and to go after those that connect in a way that your book that was written by human beings, inspired by their spirit, which we have no idea who they were attached to, because spirits can be attached to many gods. And all through the scripture, it used to say gods, plural, because there's gods fucking with us. The fight, I see this end game, this final boss battle, where this hyper-focused, rage-seeing Christian sees a witch, they call a witch, somebody who practices divination and connects to divinity through things like prophecy and sorcery and stuff, whatever, the stuff that I'm doing. And it's like, you come at me with this hate, you have this vibration of hatred that could very well inspire you to react in a way that would harm me. Like if we met up in public and you knew what I was and I knew what you were, and I accept you, but you have no acceptance of me. It's like, if push comes to shove, you could actually operate very violently. Where the place I'm coming from is like, it's not aggressive, it's not violent, it's not going to harm, it's not going to hurt. But then you're like, oh, well, I get the spirit. It's like this entitlement. Like my belief is better than yours. This is what they're saying. My belief is better than yours, so I have the right and the authority of my Creator to vanquish you. To, there's a lot of curse throwing, I feel like, coming from that. And that's evil. I'm sorry. That's a branch of that particular belief system that's evil. You're not of love. And you support things like this. And I'm not saying everybody, truly, I can't. I don't know who I'm talking to. So I can't say it's you. But if you're feeling triggered, if you watch anything like this and feel triggered and want to get angry and aggressive and violent, it's different than someone who's like accepting but also not attached. I don't know. I'm gonna stop there because it's not right. It's not right to be acting like that. I'm sorry. We are grown people out here, and you don't know what you don't know. And for you to attack anyone else because of how you connect, it's just not right. We have to be more thoughtful of the fact that someone's even trying to connect, and someone is trying to be good and trying to do good in this world, you know? Focus more on being good than what God to worship, unless you specifically seek like a channel and a tunnel of love, a tunnel of truth, surrendering yourself to a vibration that shows you goodness. It's identifiable to see greed and to know when greed is trying to interact with you, when it's trying to build a contract with you. It's also discernible to see when love is trying to interact with you and trying to invite you into more love energy. You know? You got to be able to see the energy. Because what I'm doing, what many tarot readers or spiritualists are doing, is connecting, activating different epigenetics that were turned off when we were little. Some of us have the heightened awareness and some of us don't. But I do think we're all capable of connecting, and we've fallen asleep. We're sleeping, the beaver, in reverse. Because we're building backwards. We're building upside down. The beaver is a family person. It's a it's a 3D. It's very physical. It's real. It's building this wood dam, right? But it came in reverse to say how we're building. There's too many leaks. There's too many holes, and the pressure's coming through to sweep away. Yeah, I'm seeing how, like, if you're sick, just like the earth is sick right now, in order to take the medicine, and it all starts to flow through your body, and then it just sweeps away the sickness, and then it comes out of your body. The earth's capable too, guys. Be prepared. Be prepared. It's coming. We all feel it. We all feel it. We're not stupid. Okay? Be careful of these contracts. We all see it. This is knowing. This is saying, in the dark, you have the night vision. You can see this. You can go into your intuition in the dark, in your sleep, in your unconscious. I'm that star up in the sky. I'm that mountain peak up high. Wait a minute. Ooh, I'm the world's greatest. I'm that little bit of hope when your back's against the ropes. I can feel it. I'm the world's greatest. You're being asked to look closely at what you're not seeing, to identify the patterns all around you, that things are falling apart. You can cling and hold on desperately to the old world all you want, but it's done. It wasn't built right. It wasn't built right. And as the cycle approaches, as the memory of our spiritual past that because we haven't needed it, the epigenetics, our beautiful creation self of art, turned off codes we didn't need. We didn't need them. The gods left a long time ago, right? The interdimensionals, the extraterrestrials, the beyonders, okay? They left a long time ago. Why would our genetics need to have those codes activated? Until the Mayas made it very freaking clear that 2012 was going to be something weird. And it's been weird ever since. It's been different. This is a new world. A whole new world, a dazzling place I never knew. This is real. Like, it's a real freaking movie. A whole new world. Look at this creature coming from where? How? What is this? How did we get this animal? I don't know how to define this being. Is it from Earth? Where in the hell? What is going on in the ocean? You know? And this is a very this is more of our alien. I'm telling you, this is an alien DNA, meaning like, it's obvious we're reenacting, just like we see our parents, monkey see, monkey do. We're clearly reenacting some God stuff. What is this? What is this creature? It's so strange. And then I see the reptilians here. It's like, what is going on? I don't know. I'm just obedient, okay? I don't know what to say about that, but I'm just like spazzing out about this octopus with the oyster. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know there's meanings behind these cards, but that's not coming out right now. I'm just seeing this oceanic, because the sea serpent was the original card I pulled out. And it was showing me this cycle, what goes around comes around, this like memory. And then I saw Moana 2, which was obviously a memory, but like with imagination. So I don't know, I'm not saying it's like a memory exact, but there's something about the ocean, what comes out of the ocean, even because my last reading was about the beast out of the sea, and then the sea serpents coming in this one with Sodom and Gomorrah and the new earth, with this witch hunt and what's going on the planet right now with the genocide, okay? With G.I. Jane popping up. Like, what? Tell me this isn't about leveling up into a bigger, more, greater, with the lamb at the bottom. There's so much hidden. There's so much underneath the surface, and it's coming to light. Like, it's not gonna stop. We're not going back. We need to be more discerning of what the heck is happening, because it's gonna keep changing, and it's more about getting comfortable with the change than it is about knowing what's actually happening. I don't know that any human's gonna know the whole thing, the whole picture. The hawk in reverse. And the otter. Seeing what? Like the hawk just got real silent. What is the hawk trying to say? Seeing what? Keep your head up. No is a complete sentence. We're going to be asked something. See clearly. No is a complete sentence. Scary, bad, unhealed parents. Yeah, rejecting the tradition. I'm seeing a God again, and I'm seeing this God as like, I'm seeing the name Baal, but I don't really know exactly. I know that's like in the Bible somewhere. I know it's to represent the not good God. Like there was people that began to worship Baal or something like that. And then there was a God that come in and said, don't do that. That one's going to lead you astray. Scary, bad, unhealed parents, generations of it going the wrong way. And here we are with this endless amount of waste and trash on this planet. I'm seeing storage units. It's so stupid that we've gotten to the point where we need to have storage units. It's dumb. What kind of concept, Earth, are we creating that we need so many storage units? It's trashy. Like, no hate. I'm literally no hate on trailer. I wanted to live in a trailer park last year. I have no hate on y'all. I'm just using this term. It's very trailer trash of us. Meaning like, we could do better. We could do better. Why are we hoarding? What is this stuff gonna do for us? What is it gonna do? It's supporting the original request of us not to worship idols, you know? This need for external validating of, it's all within. It's all within. You create it. You determine. Imposter. Exactly. It's the imposter. It's pretending to be God. It's pretending to guide us and lead us. I'm seeing technology. I'm seeing wanting to burst through and go into another place to hide from the devastation that's Sodom and Gomorrah. Untreated mental illness. This comes out all the time. All the time. With the psychosis, that also comes out a lot. With law and order, my friends. With law and order. Look, we can keep going about this the way we're doing it. We can keep pretending that what we're doing makes sense and that this is a functioning way to be, right? We can keep doing that. We can. And we will. Because majority rules, right? But some of us aren't gonna do that. No. Otter. No, look, that's what, you see the otter over here? The otter looking at all this nonsense, like, no. And you see how he's in his own little circle? He's like looking out from his little fun bubble. And it's like, yeah, you guys can go have fun doing all that weird shit. I'm gonna skate out. I'm gonna go away. I'm not gonna participate in your guys' crazy. In their head, overthinking, stressed, over analyzing. Exactly, it's too much thinking. What do we not understand at this point? That to be overly analytical and critical. I'm seeing Neil deGrasse, my friend. I swear at some point people are gonna talk so much trash on this. I don't really care. But there is one thing about him that is so annoying. It's like, you swear you know everything. You swear you know everything, astrophysicist. I don't know what he is. He's a brilliant man. I'm not trying to say he's not smart. But you know, smart people are stupid too. And the stupid part about him is he has a ceiling and such a scientific mind that the abstract part of him, the ability to go and use his imagination a little bit, it doesn't support what he has built, what he believes. So things and people like him rule this dimension because that's what we are trained to be through this public education system. It's designing us to be these like robotic follower, analytical, anxiety-driven, high-efficiency robots, okay? And some of us ain't robots. Some of us are trying to be otters and swim. and play and have fun and listen to our ancestors behind there with the elephant. We're trying to tap into the magic and the creative, artistic, not so boring, linear, logical overwhelmingness. Okay, that's boring. It's so boring. I'm bored. And a lot of y'all are bored. A lot of y'all are bored with this. You know you're bored. This is so boring. And what's crazy to me is like the sexual immorality keeps popping in my head. It's like, what happened? What happened? PORN is now like the most popular thing. And it's even like when you watch someone, a singer or a rapper, like somebody, and not all of them, but like, what is going on? Put your clothes on. I'm not saying like fully clothed. I actually have no problem with being naked. Oh, not me, but you know what I'm saying? Like nakedness. Like, how do I say this? Because I do see the art and the beauty of the purity of it. Okay, there is absolutely and honestly a purity, a beautiful, yes. Okay, I am obsessively in love. I get it. I understand that part. But the way it's being displayed on everywhere, just, it's disgusting. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. It really is. And in my adult mind, I understand it so much more than I did before. But it's not right, and it's only getting worse. And it's gonna Sodom and Gomorrah out of here, I promise you. And read the story. I feel like everybody knows that story. The medicine wheel. This came out recently. There's a starting point, and there's a journey, a learning process to go through to get out of this lower realm, to get out of the underworld or into it, depending on what you need to do. But I'm seeing this desire in you to be, Super Saiyan, Ultra Instinct, high level, activated through optimism, which we started with toxic positivity. And I'm seeing Goku, which is this happy-go-lucky, always looking for the positive. He's a very optimistic being. And this is what elevates him. He always faces a battle and a challenge with, like, I don't know, that winner mind, like Naruto or Tanjiro, any of these, like, I'm seeing the One Piece character, Luffy, I don't know the name, something Luffy. But like these main characters are to remind you what you can tap into, that you do have the ability to next level it. Stop keeping, mountain road, next level it. Go up this mountain. You are on the road to success. We're climbing a mountain here. What are you gonna do with your time anyway? Like, you know you're gonna be wasting your time anyway. Climb the mountain. It says, be careful, do not take risks with the vulture. Depression, anxiety, worry that someone is against you. Yeah, so don't focus. Our world is so focused on what they're doing, what other people are doing. And it's a trap. It's an absolute trap to be so immersed in what others are doing. Let go of what others are doing. Like, focus on what you're doing. That's because the entities know we're tribal, we're community, we're group thinking beings. When we become alone and isolated lone wolves, that's when they heavily attack us. Because if we knew our power, first of all, they wouldn't even be able to penetrate. But when you're in fear and you're separated from your herd, you are a target. And then you go pointing fingers and blaming, and then that just fuels and rage. It just builds this not good place. Moon, changes in your life. Yeah, fall into the mystery, fall into the unknown here. Into the unknown. I don't know what song it is. It's Disney. Into the unknown. It might be Frozen. Yeah, I think it is. Who cares? But it's just like, go into the unknown. There's so much mystery around you to discover, and not be so distracted by what's the word? Not mediocre, but like mundane. Don't be an animal in a zoo, okay? Be an animal that's free. It's like the animal in the zoo doesn't know. It doesn't know. Cain, pay attention to your health. Tortoise, slowly but surely getting ahead. And heart, love, deep affection and caring. This is beautiful, okay? I want to look at this. Your health matters. Your body, your temple matters. Your greatness is found within your being. Your uniqueness is found within you. You're slowly but surely figuring this out. And love is surrounding you when you cleanse and clear and detoxify and invite and invoke and bring in the spirits that help and aid and support you. Our ancestors knew this a lot more than we do. We are so lost. What is going on? We need to wake up. Wake up. That's what I have today. That was wonderful. If you watch this, comment below. Let me know something. Like, if it connected, if you have any, I would love just any feedback. So thank you so much. I'll see you next time. Bye.